It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up in the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we are grateful to be up here today because, well, it's been raining pretty heavily all day, and that's certainly going to make it challenging to operate if you're either one of these offenses, Brock.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Kate. Now, hopefully you practiced this week knowing some rain was in the forecast. Hopefully everybody on the sidelines, the umpire on the field, and all the footballs they will use today shuttling in and out, you can have that grip. And I'll also say this, keep an eye on the gloves. That technology helps these players in these environments more than certainly players of the past. Quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, everybody got to handle that ball carefully today.
Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And away we go from East Rutherford. Xavier Gibson now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They're led out by the four-time MVP who's been in this league since 2005, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
First play, and Rodgers letting it rip. Able to find Corley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. This is ahead for about 5. Sent down by Cody Barton. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Hall. Has some space inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. He has the New York touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be let out by the final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. A lot of experience from Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
I know technically, Kate, that Bo Nix is a rookie. But geez, watching him perform over 61 starts, 5 years of college football. This is a grown-up. This is an adult the Broncos are getting. So much experience, and he's going to be able to handle such a deep playbook for these Broncos.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Another run for Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Finds a man, Adam Troutman has it. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Cut near the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Quick slant into the hands of Corley. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Hall once more. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Third and a lone yard coming up. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
They're set up at the 35 now. Nix with it on first. The Jets get there and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Third and long for Nix. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Broncos looking at a punt on fourth down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Jets football. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Hall running between the tackles. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Sent down by Cody Barton. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rodgers here from the gun. Has his man, it's Corley. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. He was looking Malachi Corley's way there. And now they're left with 4th and short.
I think that time the defense was thinking a run play was going to come at them, right? Actually, most of us probably thought that was the right call. Still, wasn't a problem for them to adapt and get into coverage and force now a 4th down.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Broncos and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Nix from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll throw again, Nix. That finds Vele, complete. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets' side. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action with Nix. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Nicks off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Second and 3 now. Here's Nix to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Williams. Is in. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jets out to begin another drive. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Hall. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Sent down by Cody Barton. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Broncos get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Give to Williams from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Nix looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Williams on the carry. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Give him 9 yards there, partner. A strong gain, and now a much more manageable 3rd and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Nix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Now here comes the New York offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here's 2nd and 11. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Outright, Corley makes the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. They'll throw again, Rodgers. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. Down to the 10. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, where they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Nix. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be their football. The Jets offense now set to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Put the body on the line for his team. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets trail by a field goal. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and, really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Bronk, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, here we go. Second down. Another run for Williams. And he's going to be bottled up after taking it down to the 43. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They're out now, ready to punt it. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from New York.